Hey everybody, this is Yannick Collins and welcome back to Oz Living. Now we're here in Singapore, as you can see, with this amazing view for the Token 2049. And joining me today is Max Kordek. He's the co-founder and CEO of Lisk. So Max, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, pleasure to be here.
So since Lisk Foundation in 2016, tell us, how has the company evolved and what are some of the latest news and developments coming from your project?
So what I hear all the time is that we are like one of the OG projects, so we certainly saw quite a few developments in the industry already. And if I would have to look back at my own company, how we evolved, then I think we grew very fast in the early time. And then when the 2018-19 ICO crash came, like we scaled back the efforts, especially in marketing, and just focused on development. So we took a pretty expensive lesson, you could say, in that marketing is not all what matters. At the end of the day, what is important is the product. So that's what we focused on. And then once we came close to having that product out there in the real world, we went back to marketing. And that's why I'm here, focusing a little bit again on bringing Lisk into the eyes, into the presence of the industry. And yeah, the company evolved like weirdly, I would say, same as the industry did. It's just like, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, so it's very volatile. Not the market, but the company's ethos, culture, presence. It's like a very up and down market, I would say. So yeah, from a development standpoint, it's just undescribable. Let's call it like that.
And so speaking of crypto volatility, how do you position yourself in this market condition, its innovative potential, and also your contribution to the maturity of this stage of crypto?
Yeah, so obviously we raised a lot of money in 2016, 14,000 Bitcoin. And back in the day, it was $5.8 million. Then in between, we were having like $500 million. And now we're to like approximately 60 million.
Wow.
So we always were good. But what we learned is we can't control the volatility, but we also don't just want to cash it all out, just in case it might go up in the future even more, So what we're doing is we always have 1 year in fiat currency and 2 years in stable coins to just survive for 3 years in total. Because what we see is that within 3 years, the market should go up and down at least once, so we can always sell at a good time.
All right. And how would you evaluate the relevance of your project technologically at this stage of crypto and blockchain, saying what are the impacts of Lisk in this industry?
So obviously going to all these conferences, I see a lot of innovation happening. There are always new projects popping up, always with like a better technology as the wave before them. But I think at this point, what the industry really needs is like mature products, like products which actually bring real utility to the industry so that people all around us start using it, And I think that's Lisk's biggest strength right now, that whatever we built really matured over the past few years. And with that, we can really seek developers to build the next wave of innovation in the space. So from a technological standpoint, I think we stand really, really strong right now, because we can speak to 20 million JavaScript developers out there to build innovative blockchain applications, which are very mature, very secure, and don't have this uncertainty aspect all these newer products have.
And just to your point that the industry is looking for quality projects, I think this crypto winter is really like removing those not qualified and bad actors in the space. And now on to your biggest contribution to the sustainability of the space. What can you tell us about?
So Lisk is a proof of stake blockchain. So from the beginning, we basically were always very energy friendly. So that's in terms of electricity sustainability. What we're doing on top of that is that we are purchasing solar plants in Germany and Switzerland to equalize essentially the network's energy consumption.
Interesting.
So we're basically net zero there, emission free. And on top of that, like, you could also ask maybe financial sustainability, something I never hear in the crypto space, because we want to build a sustainable business. We don't want to raise more and more money. What we actually want to do is to build revenue streams so that we can sustain our project forever. And that's something with the launch of the platform is beginning now. And from next year on, it's going to be a big focus of me personally to build these revenue streams out with the goal to have like as much income as we're spending until 2025. So at that point, we would be financially sustainable, something I think many more projects have to focus on, because you can't just continue to raise more and more money. At one point, you have to make money.
Yeah, very insightful points you got there. And also, you're here at Token 2049. And so I just like to ask, I'm very curious, what is your goal out of this event? How is your experience? And also, what is the potential that you see in the SEA market?
So, like I mentioned in the beginning already, I want to bring back Lisk into the light, bring it back into the presence of people's minds. Now that we're like having this product out there or soon to be released, further products, I think it's a good time to just go back into the community to A, see where it stands, B, where it's going to, and C, to just establish ourselves again. But of course, at the same time, it's always a lot of fun being at these crypto conferences, because you meet the greatest minds in the world. Like, the most intelligent people in the world are building crypto stuff right now. Yeah. So it's just a lot of fun to be around them, to learn from them, and to discuss ideas.
Well, thank you so much, Max, for joining me today. It's such a pleasure to talk to you, and looking forward to catch up with you later.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.